Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you my first garden video for 2023. So this is actually the beginning of February, and in my laundry room here I have a couple of seed trays that I'm going to start some seeds in. I also have this grow light, and I'm using quotations. I got this off of Amazon, and it was supposed to be for like indoor plants and such, but I'm not sure this is what this light is meant for because I feel like my plants only got so big and then they died, and I think it was because of this light. But anyway, this is a different time. This is the brick garden that Clayton made me last year. It worked amazing. I grew lots of stuff in here. Right now I have some carrots and some onions and some garlic. I think that's cilantro. And then I just showed you the artichokes on the side in a pot. And on this side of the yard, I think I've already showed this in a video, but Clayton made me this new above ground bed. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it. But so excited to plant in that this year. I did harvest my carrots. So sad did they look, but they were delicious. Now, to fill this bed, the first thing that we did was fill it up with a bunch of tree limbs. And then we went ahead and bought some straw, which was more expensive than I thought, and filled it up with that. And then on the very top, we used some garden soil, some peat moss, and some steer manure, and just mixed it together and laid it out on top. So this is the peat moss. It was really like compacted and hard to spread out, but we did. We also have a little strawberry bed going, and then this happened. Now, this is very unusual for us where I live in Arizona. Now, this is March 1st. Usually, our last freeze day is February 15th. So it was weird, but as you can see, the sun came back out. The dog is loving it. But yeah, lots of snow. It even snowed after this. But anyway, so you can see here, some things are coming up. I planted some seeds. I was so disgusted with the weather that I didn't film any seed planting. But I've got some radishes and some lettuce coming up. I did cut a piece of tomato that I bought from the store and plant it in this cup because all of my starters died. As you can see, they grew just fine. What the heck, right? I also, on April 1st, we went to our local nursery. They were having an amazing deal on these great big tomato plants and also some pepper plants. I think it was like $3.58 or $3.68. I don't know, but look at these things. I mean, these are like, I don't even know how much they are in Home Depot right now because the prices have gotten so ridiculous, but I got some tomatoes, I got some peppers. Look at these peppers. They look like they're ready to like start growing peppers. They look amazing. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the pots and I'm setting them where I think I want to plant them and moving them around. And, you know, I want my garden to look pretty as well as produce food that we can eat. So that is the plan. So in between all of my other little things, I started from seed in here. It's a cayenne pepper, which I'm really excited about. Hopefully some hot sauce in my future. So yeah, that is what I'm doing today. And like I said, this is April 1st. So here I'm just showing you what I got. I have this Heat Master, which is supposed to grow really well in tropical weather. Of course, here in Arizona, very hot. So I'm hoping this will do really well. Really, really excited about that one. I'm telling you how excited I am. And I did plant Better Boy last year, just one, and it did okay, but I think it's a determinate tomato because it like put on some fruit and then that was it. Like it didn't grow anymore. So I'm excited to try it again. I can't really read that. I think it says 16-ounce tomatoes, which is really exciting. And then I planted a lot of San Marzano tomatoes by seed, but nothing survived. So I found these Super Marzanos, which I'm really excited about for canning. So we bought 2 of those. I'm sorry if you can hear the washing machine in the background while I do this voiceover, but I forgot to close my door and I don't want to get up and, do that right this second. But I did get 2 of these, which I am, again, really excited about. I bought this Hawaiian, which I've never heard of before. It says meaty fruits. I didn't read the rest of that, but I'm excited to try a Hawaiian tomato. I think it's another like slicing tomato, which is what I really wanted. And then I just got one of these red cherry large. So it's a cherry tomato, but it's a larger one. So you could use it for snacking or, you could chop it up or use it for something else. It says $half size. So that's great. Caitlin really likes the snacking tomatoes to come out and pick them off the plant and eat them. So I wanted to make sure I had at least one. All right, now I have kind of placed them all where I think I want them to go. And I had been saving some like bananas and composty stuff in the freezer to go ahead and plant with the tomatoes when I planted them, like as a fertilizer. So what I'm going to do is just like roughly chop this stuff up. I've got some peppers that I grew last year that I didn't like frozen. So I'm going to put those in there. And like I said, just some random stuff out of the freezer. So I dug a hole, I put the frozen compost stuff in there, and then I planted the plants, and look how beautiful they look, you guys. My bed is green and amazing. I have some flower seeds in there that have yet to come up. Foxglove seeds have not come up. Yeah, all in the front there are onions, which I'm really excited about. I need to put my soaker hose. I need to figure out how to get my soaker hose in the entire bed and have it working right, but I'm still working on that. Those are green onions I transplanted from my other bed. They are bunching onions, so they grow from the roots, like it'll grow a new plant, and then you can use it as you want it to really. I have some lettuce. There's some flowers back there. I planted some herbs, but you guys, like nothing is coming up. I guess I should have started more in the house, but then again, nothing really grew in the house. I did plant green beans in all this open area right here, just bush beans. I decided not to plant any climbing plants in this bed because it's so tall, but I do have some flowers over there. Now this is April 5th. Dun, dun, dun. You guys. It froze last night. Yeah, April 5th. And our last freeze is usually February 15th. What the actual heck? The damage doesn't look that bad on the tomatoes, but these peppers look terrible. And I covered everything. I brought a sheet out. I covered some with buckets. I can't believe it froze, you guys. All the peppers and tomatoes froze. They all had damage. Like, look at them. Look at them, you guys. Look at this pepper. Now I read, actually, after this happened, that it's not even the freeze that really hurts your plants as much as the thawing. When the plant thaws out, if it thaws out too slowly, it will kill the plant. So I'm pretty sure that is what happened. So I started some more tomatoes in the house. I also have some pole beans that are doing really, really well. And these are what's left of those tomatoes that were in that cup from the store-bought tomato. There's 3. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he didn't make it. So I've got 3 tomatoes there from a store-bought tomato, and these are some Bait Alpha cucumbers. So hopefully it'll warm up soon, right? Now, I planted my pole beans in this bed, and I read that you shouldn't have onions near your pole beans. So I'm pulling up these green onions because they are, I mean, gigantic, first of all. They're so tall. Now, these are green onions that I had bought at Walmart. I cut the tops off and used them, and then I planted the bottoms in the garden. And look at them, you guys. Like, I'd say good job. Good job. Yeah, you could probably cut the tops off and leave those in the ground, but I don't want the onions there anymore. So, right now, this is what it's looking like. These are actually asparagus beans right here where I'm pointing. They are not doing very well, not as well as the pole beans. I don't know why. I've never planted them before. It was kind of a, just trying it out. I'm just seeing what will grow, what won't grow. You can see kind of how sad they look here. I think there's 3 there, so I just thought it would be fun to have some long asparagus beans. These are all pole beans, and they're doing great. Super happy with the pole beans. And those are peas. I think those are the peas that you can cut the flowers and use as like cut flowers in your house, which I'm super excited about. Now, I'm changing the soaker hose system in this bed because it's just not working for me. So Clayton and I went back to, actually, I think this was True Value. I did want to show you my tomatoes though. So after I showed you them froze, like after it froze the next night again, and I covered them with pillowcases and left the pillowcases on all day while I was at work, and you guys, there wasn't a leaf really left on them. Like, there was a couple, but they looked like they were going to be dead. So what I did was I looked it up online, and it said to pinch the stem, and if it felt hollow, it was probably had some damage, so to cut it all off. So that's what I did, and look at all the new growth. That little large cherry tomato over there that I showed you first, it's doing great. Every single tomato plant has some new growth on it. Oh my gosh, you guys, like, I don't know. What a crazy year. What a crazy year. But I feel like it's a learning experience, and check the weather. Check the weather a month in advance if you can before planting your tomatoes. This is a cutting that I cut off the cherry tomato and put in some water, and when it started getting roots, I planted it in the ground. So that's going to be another cherry tomato. And look at this pepper. It's got leaves growing. It has a couple leaves that survived, which is really exciting. You guys can see like some new little fresh leaves right there. What a relief. Let me tell you, that is a relief. Yeah, just showing you, every tomato has new growth on it, and I went out there this morning and they're looking amazing. They look great. I'm super, super happy that they came back. I'm not going to get tomatoes. It's gonna put my tomatoes back a little while, but that's okay. Maybe the plants will be stronger for it. Maybe this will be the best tomato season ever because these tomatoes got such a head start. I don't know, not a head start, but had to go through so much. Who knows? But as you can see there, they grew fast. I was really, really happy. So yeah, lots of crazy weather, and look at this red bell pepper. Oh Oh man, that's all lettuce right there. Romaine lettuce. I just dug it up and spread it out a little bit because it was really too close together. Yeah, those are my sunflowers back there. They survived just fine. This cayenne pepper, you guys remember how tall and beautiful that was? Although I have read that when your pepper plants get to a certain size, you're supposed to cut the tops off so they'll be stronger. So, hey, my pepper plants are going to be the strongest pepper plants ever, right? Like they're going to bush out and have tons of peppers this year. Cross your fingers. Oh my gosh. What a crazy, 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 crazy time. That jalapeno, I didn't think he was going to do anything, but as you can see right there, we've got a little leaf coming up. So, woohoo! Plants that I picked up today, $3.98 a piece for these pepper plants. I don't know, you guys. We went into Home Depot looking for something and I saw them and I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. I want to fill this bed to maximum capacity. So I put that soaker hose in here. Clayton helped me. We cut the ends. I bought like a soaker hose kit and you could put these like T's on the end and have your hose be straight along the edges, and I am so happy with it. It is working so well. I think it was like $38 or something, but this is definitely what I'm going to buy for the other bed too, because everything's just getting so much, getting watered so well. So these are some extra pieces I have. I'm gonna save. But yeah, this is what the bed is looking like now. I don't know what the date is on the day that I'm showing you this. I think it's, I don't know. I really don't know. The date that I'm doing this voiceover is April 19th, and I think it was just last weekend. So it's pretty much still looking like this. You guys saw some lettuce there that I picked. I've never grown potatoes before. This is where the potatoes have come up. I actually planted these at the end of last year thinking they would grow for the winter, but I guess that's not a thing. So what I did was bought some more soil and covered the plants up completely. And what I'm gonna do now is just kind of shake the dirt down around the stem and let the top leaves kind of poke out the top so that the potatoes can continue to grow as the plant grows up. So this is what I can do right now. So this is what I'm doing. You can see the sunflowers poking through in between the potatoes, and I actually planted corn back there not knowing that the potatoes were going to take over half the bed. So cross my fingers that this works out. I also have some bush beans in here as well on the right side of the bed. And then I have cucumbers planted where that trellis is. Those are the artichokes. And yeah, look at my cilantro and parsley is starting to bolt because we go from snow to 80-degree weather, which is just insane. But yeah, the strawberries, I put a soaker hose in as well because I read that they have really long roots and need to be watered really deeply. So I think that's everything for this video. This is like February and March together and a little bit of April. So the next video, I will show you what else is going on. I am picking some radishes, which is really exciting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and let me know if you are growing anything this year. Bye, guys.